Hi, I want to share with you a fun Thanksgiving activity that has a little science mixed in as well. It's a Thanksgiving craft that utilizes chromatography, and this is a little chemistry experiment that shows how colors can move. And so what we're going to need are some plastic cup and some sponges that have been cut up into small squares. And then we'll put in each cup, we'll put a sponge, and we'll fill it with water to just below where the sponge is. So we want the sponge to be above the surface there. And we're also going to need some coffee filter papers. And you can decorate these with water soluble or washable markers. You can decorate them and do designs and everything. What we're going to do is we're going to fold this, and after you decorate it with the marker, you can do this too. Fold it in half, and then fold it in half again, and then fold it in half again, and then fold it in half again. Okay, so you could do that with the decorated coffee filter. Or now you can add some food coloring to the tip here. So what I do is you could just have different colors of food coloring in little dishes, and you could just dip it very, very quickly in there. And so I have some here that have already been dipped. And you can let this dry and prepare this ahead of time if you're doing it for a classroom or something, or you could do it right away. So I've prepared some of these, and what I have are mixtures of colors down here, but because all the different colors are going to travel at different rates, we're going to see that they're going to separate as the water travels through them. So what we're going to do is we're going to rest each one of these, just rest it on the top of the sponge, and then what we're going to have is the water is going to be drawn up through wicking action, and it's going to wet the filter paper as it goes up, and as it does so, it's going to carry the colors with it. So you just need to rest it on there very carefully, very gently, and you'll see as it starts to go, we're going to see a separation of some colors. So we can get some really nice designs here. When it comes out, it's nice to have a paper plate or a foam plate so that when it's wet you can take that and dry it off a little bit so it doesn't get too messy, and it'll help it dry a little faster. But after a while it'll still be kind of wet, and even when it's like this you can do some crafts with it and make some art projects. So here are some examples of the finished projects. And then one thing you could do with them is make little butterflies. So I've done this in the past, but for Thanksgiving my teachers at my kids' school had some great ideas about making turkeys with them. So we did that too. So you can just, again, with a paper clip, clothespin, you can make a little turkey. And what I did was I cut one of these in half so that I could make a couple layers here. But if you want to have the kids cut out little turkeys and decorate them, you can, if they do two of the filter papers, you can staple them top to bottom, or you could staple them side by side so you can get a few different pictures out. Very colorful, very nice. Or you could just do a single filter paper, and what we just did was staple it right. You can even do it while it's a little damp. You can staple it, and that works nicely. Or you can make a nice, put it on a nice background, black background that stands out very nicely. Put a staple down here and then just a little dot of glue up top to hold it in place. That one works pretty nicely. And then another option is to cut the filter papers in half, and then you can either make a freestanding, so this is two different filter papers layered on top of each other, so you get some nice different colors. We also added some googly eyes, and then we had one that's very creative. This one is an alien turkey, so he's pretty crazy with all those eyeballs. But you can see we did two filter papers, cut them in half, and then just stacked them up here and glued them into place, so that gives some very nice colorful art there. So we can see, let's just take a look at a few of these. Look like they're almost done. So this one looks like it had some red and blue food coloring in there, so you can see them separate into the different colors as they travel at different speeds. We call that chromatography. Dab that. This one had some yellow and green, it looks like. That's a very nice one. Some have all sorts of, the blue and green come out very nice together. Really pretty colors. And you can let it go all the way to the edge, or you can leave a little border of white. Don't let it go quite to the top. That looks nice too. So again, just make sure you kind of dab this off, help it dry a little bit so it doesn't get too drippy, and have a plate down so it'll catch some of that water. This one, it looks like it had all sorts of colors in it. I see some blue and green, some green and yellow, and some red, so that's a neat one too. That one looks like some nice autumn colors. So you could do some other fun things with these papers. You can cut them up and do some shellacking with them, or some other artwork. They make some really colorful, pieces of paper that you can work with other crafts. But this is how you can make some Thanksgiving turkeys. So hope you have fun with your chromatography project. Thanks.